Hi, welcome to the channel. This is Karen and this is my channel KC. I'm here to do a reading for air signs from the 15th of October to the end of the month 2019. I want you to keep in mind that time is fluid, that any time that you see this video is the time that you need to see this video, and it will have the messages that you want. So don't worry too much about the time. It's just what I do to keep track and have some kind of order in terms of putting out these videos. So we're here. I'm happy. I hope everybody is in good health and living their best life. I want to talk to you a little bit about the meditation that I did before the video. And that meditation was around air signs, and what I got was that there's something cutting in the air, that there's confusion and conflict in the air, and it's coming towards you that will lead to eventually, once things have settled down, a really nice manicured lawn. And in feng shui, your yard, your lawn represents your future. So there's something about conflict that has to occur in order to clear the way for a really beautiful, ordered, structured future for you guys. So I'd like to get, actually I'm going to do a Celtic cross from, what deck am I using here? I'm doing a Celtic cross from the Easy Lemorne Handbook deck by Marcus Kotz and Tally Goodwin. Okay, and we're going to do a Celtic cross around here, starting. So, Father Spirit, please connect us to air signs. I'm getting a really tingling sensation in my head. I don't know what that means. Maybe it means something to some of you guys, but ooh, Mother, Father, Spirit, please help me to connect with the guys of the people who are coming to watch this video with my tribe, and offer them clarity, further elucidation, and empowerment, and options in terms of what and how to move in their life, such that it is triumphant, peaceful, and loving, and benefits the whole. Thank you, Mother, Father, Spirit. Okay. I don't know what's going on. It happened in the last video when I was doing earth signs too. It feels like something right here just must be spirit. I don't know. Okay, here we go. In the actual self position, we have the cross, and what's crossing that is the moon. In the subconscious, we have the stork. In the conscious, we have, I think this represents the family. We'll double check. In the past, we have, the gentleman. In the future, we have loyalty. The dog represents loyalty. In the position of how you see yourself, the subject of this reading, who's listening, or flip it if it makes sense for you, we have the key. You have access. How others see you is clouds. I believe that's the clouds, not the mountain. And your greatest fear is the bear. And the outcome of this situation is, I believe that's flowers, but I'll double check that card because I'm not too familiar with this particular deck. So, have a cross, the moon, start, family, loyalty, key to. Okay, so let me go and check on these cards. Card number 5, which is the tree, which is in the conscious position, is the one I'm pulling up now. I want to do a quick inquiry about that. This card is all about tradition, lineage, and ancestor wisdom, the wisdom of the ages that stands the test of time. Think of enormous lifespan of a tree, such as the Methuselah tree, which is thousands of years old and has stood solid strong through many changes that have brought famine, war, turmoil. It has seen all around it alter for good and bad. Man has encroached upon its sacred space, but still it maintains its dignity. It has staying power. This card is advising you to have staying power. The Methuselah tree is known to have survival strategy that has enabled it to do this. It spreads its roots and expands its crown, and to make the most of the resource it absorbs to survive. Take a leaf from this old tree and do not bend and give up when all around you is out of control. Reconnect to the wisdom that is within you, the wisdom that has been passed down through your own family tree, from your ancestors. Honor them and they will honor you. I definitely got that there's conflict in the air, and that when it talked about surviving and bending to, stand strong, stand your ground, ask for support from your ancestors, from the other realms, do your spiritual work, delve into what they did to survive and use those things for yourself now at this time. It's really important so that you can survive the test of time and leave a legacy as they have. That is powerful, that people can depend on even after you're gone. So that is the conscious position. Card 17, which is in the subconscious position, is talking about the stork. The presence of this card in the reading indicates deliverance from a difficult situation or the delivery of good, productive news. The stork was believed to have significance to the Romans, who considered it a symbol of finale piety. Within the Lemur, the stork may speak of the delivery of good or bad news influenced by the cards in its proximity. The news could materialize in many ways, the most obvious one being that news of a birth. There is an emphasis on a strong family or friendship, one that may imply that your family and friends will be there for you. They can be relied upon in a time of need, and this help could come in the form of a gift. So as I'm reading this and they're talking about family being there for you, I have to connect it to the conscious position and what it talked about in reference to ancestors and families being, and your ancestors being there if you call on them, not just the people who are physically, even though they're saying you could do that too. And you'll have gifts, and maybe you have gifts from your ancestors that you don't know. Maybe you have generational gifts that have been passed on in the form of legacies that your ancestors created that you're discovering now, that are gifts that you could use to get you out of this conflict and into smoother waters. On the other hand, you may find yourself in a situation where the presence of the stork may mean you receive news of something being taken away from you for someone else's benefit. For example, you could receive news that you will have to find a new accommodations because your landlord is moving his family into the apartment. If the tree house and scythe appear to influence it's stronger. So we don't have either one of those. Any reading will make more sense if we look at the characteristics of the stork. It has reliable reputation and will return each year to the place where it has always nested. The stork is known in the Hebrew language as Kalesha, the faithful one. She is the one who will always come back, and it is interesting that the word Kadisha also relates to Hebrew Chesed, Chesed, which for those of you who have some knowledge of Kabbalah means loving kindness. The stork is known to naturally show acts of kindness towards its fellow storks by its propensity to gift food. However, this behavior is selective nature. The stork steals food from other species of birds to fulfill this kind act. Okay. So I'm really needing more clarification. I'm not connecting with this reading, air signs. I mean, some things are connecting, some are not. So I'm going to just keep moving on and see what we get. I feel disconnected, which is unusual, but okay. The cross. So the cross is in the self position. Is the Christian backdrop of the original game of hope. Written into the rules of the game is the notion of the cross, suffering, and adversity. It is more the cross of gravestone than the cross of sacrifice. So you may have a loss or have had a loss in your life. That was someone in your family. And news came from that regarding that loss that was maybe conflicting, or circumstances created conflict around that in which you got news. It is symbolic of finality without redemption, rather than a more positive reconceptualization as faith. Reconceptualization as faith. The cross then is read as a struggle, perhaps asking us to manifest faith in the advent of difficult times. It is very much about getting down to the crux of the matter, and is also a card of restriction, fastening us to one place, person, or situation. So you don't feel like you have any flexibility in whatever the circumstances that are coming at you are. When combined with the anchor, it may denote a long-term burden. It denotes the issue burdening us, weighing us down. It could be something on our mind, something we need to put down. It is also a card, as the station of the cross indicates the whole string of obstacles, one after another, more so than the mountain, which is one big obstacle. So there are a string of little obstacles causing us to seek diversion. If the cross is combined with the mice, it's okay. So we got the cross, and I just need to do the 32. If that's the mountain, then 32 is the moon. Okay. So I already know that the moon is symbolic of emotional and creativity. It can also represent the idea of letting ourselves be carried away by dreams and fancy. The moon followed by the mice, okay, can indicate we're not doing that. We are heavily influenced by the moon itself, from the ebb and flow of the tides and the cycles influence extra physical emotional states. In regard to inquiry on a relationship issue, the combination of the heart, moon, and clouds together. So no. It's a card of needing recognition and appreciation. Such a state is highly reactive and always results in constantly looking around to see where others are doing our thinking. Worries of being unable to exert enough influence on others may follow. So, what I'm getting is, air signs, is that there was a death. There was a passing, and it was related to the closure in some shape or form, related to family. It could have been divorce, which is looked at as a death. Could have been a person passing, looked at as a death. It could be a way of doing things in who you're being, looked at as a death in the family. But it is familiar. It is related to people who you are related to. And out of that passing, there are blessings coming, but with those blessings, there's conflict and a need to sort things out, as in any ending. There's a new beginning and a need to set the foundation, set things right, set things into motion in a way that is going to be solid, that there's going to be a lasting foundation, and to create alliances that are going to be loyal regarding whatever this change, this ending, and this new beginning is. I get that that you know that you have access to the information you need, to the resources you need in order to be triumphant in this situation. How people see you is that you don't have all that you need to create what it is that's best for you. And your greatest fear is that there is some power beyond yourself that is going to be imposing upon you. And in the end, as far as the completion is regarded, there's going to be good luck in finances. It could be in fertility. You're going to have great luck. The ending is the clover. That's the card that I wasn't sure of what it represented. It wasn't flower, it's clover. Excuse me. And this card is a card of luck, seen traditionally as discussed early in the chapter. We take it as being fortunate, as being given a little luck. And positive card in a reading, it is the encouragement to try something new or to receive, particularly when combined with the bouquet, and offer of assistance. So they did talk about in your reading that you were going to get an offer of assistance from relatives, and there was luck. So in financial situations, is a card of lucky returns or good investment, depending on the surrounding cards. So you may have an inheritance. You may inherit something from a distant relative. You may have an inheritance of a special talent or resource or heirloom, they're showing me. There may be an heirloom that's passed down that has special significance and spiritual significance and power that you may come into possession of. Could be a house. This card is a reassurance that all is well, and that the situation you are in is secure and there will be peace of mind. You can relax and spend time enjoying the security. Treat yourself and be kind to yourself. You deserve the best. This card says for you to keep positive. You are in for some good luck and great abundance. There's definitely something shifting majorly. So if it's in a scenario of you ending a marriage, there's going to be new luck and abundance coming in, perhaps in the form of a new partnership. This is just possibilities. If it's in the case of someone passing away, you're going to inherit something that's going to be of great value and use to you. If it's in the case of spirituality, there's going to be some great powerful heirloom. I'm getting some piece, some crystal, some ring, something that your grandmother or grandmother's mother had, and I get that it's a feminine person, is going to leave you, and it's going to open up in your DNA, in your spiritual eye, something that is a gift for you to use and will benefit you greatly. So air signs, I don't know your life, but I know that generally speaking, that there is conflict, like in the beginning, like in the meditation, there's conflict in the air. Things are going to need to be straightened out. They will be, and everything is going to work out to your advantage. You just need to be sure and clear about that. I want you to stand in your power and in your compassion, because a lot of times when things end and new beginnings happen, people around us become insecure because they don't know if what the relationship then is, because you're changing and who you're being, what does that mean for them, and they get afraid. So I need you to know that on some level you are leveling up, whether it be resources, spirituality, awareness. You are leveling up, and I need you, or you need, the advice would be to be mindful of that and how people perceive that and how it can threaten people and set people off. And it's just a small thing, but you can get through it. Okay? The next set of cards I want to use is Angel Blessings, 10th Anniversary Edition cards of Sacred Guidance and Inspiration by Kimberly Maroney. These are the cards. So Spirit, please give us some information, further information on this this cross, the Celtic cross reading. And 3 cards fell out consecutively. They are music. And what I'm getting with music is that your angels and your ancestors are going to be speaking to you through music. And if anyone passed over recently, they're going to be speaking to you through music. So listen, and when you hear something and you get a knowing, know that it is them who is talking to you, giving you a message. That's one of the ways our angels give messages. And I'm also seeing pennies on the ground. When you see pennies on the ground, know that this person or your ancestors are talking to you, that they're with you, and all is good. The second card is harmony. And it's talking about harmony within yourself more than external, because when we create harmony and balance within ourselves, then it's automatically transferred to the external world, and we'll see it. And if we're not seeing harmony in our world, then that's a key for us to go within and create that. Pull from that infinite resource that is within, so that it shows up in our external world. And the third card is surrender. And I'm hearing surrender to the light, surrender to the truth, surrender to the good times, surrender. You deserve what you're about to inherit. You deserve what you're about to begin, the new cycle that your life is taking. You deserve it. So know that you're worthy. I want to do a reading from the Mudra, Mystic Mudra deck by Primary Series. That's interesting. And the Mystic Mudra deck is all about yoga and mantras. I want a few cards from here. Spirit, please give us several cards in this reading about your advice and what's going to best blend and what chakras we're working with, please. I have the staff pose, and the mantra is, through my struggles, I see the world changing and reshaping itself to a form of my choosing. Through my struggles, I see the world changing and reshaping itself to a form of my choosing. Through my struggles, I see the world changing and reshaping itself to a form of my choosing. And this is the pose that they recommend that you go into, and that is called staff pose. So you're sitting on the floor, Your feet are up. They're not just like this. They're up, like his. One hand is on the floor. You're erect, and one hand is up. And you focus on this mantra. The second card that I pulled is a sleeping angle pose, and it says, I speak my truth and allow the universe to light the way. I speak my truth and allow the universe to light the way. I speak my truth and allow the universe to light the way. And I'm getting a really heavy impression of the root chakra with this card. And this is what it looks like. You're laying on the floor with your feet together, your legs apart, your knees falling apart, your hands apart, and you're focusing on this mantra. And there's this guy that I'm focused on here in the card, which reminds me of the music part. The music. Maybe you'll do this pose with music, and it will help you to meditate on your intention. It'll help you to communicate with your people who are on the other side of the veil. Okay, I'm going to choose one more deck, and we're going to be done with this reading. And I'm feeling the deck that I want to choose is a sexually explicit deck, and I'm not sure of the name of it, but I used it before. Where is my box for this deck? I do not see it. Oh, the book will tell me. It's the Tarot of Sexual Magic. And I can't pronounce the names, but you can see it. And so disclosure, there are explicit readings. So if you're under 18, please click off. Or if these images bother you, please click off. I want 3 cards. They're showing me 3-card layout. Asking for messages for my air signs from the middle of October to the end, 2019. Please. Come on. I got them all. I didn't see that. I actually got 4 cards. So I got the stars, Aquarius, astrologically, dreams and hopes and wishes and the spotlight. I got Queen of Pentacles, earth signs, pentacles. I got 6 of Swords, air signs. This is your card. And I got the Sun, Major Arcana. So when I'm looking at your card, air signs, I got surrender and open up to what life has for you. Allow and be receptive to what Spirit wants for you, for your blessings. And when you do that, you will create yourself standing in the sun. So those are the cards. This is the reading for air signs from the 15th through the end of October. I hope that there was some value, some support, something that you could find out of this reading that would help you. If you like this reading, if it was of any value to you, please like, hit the like button, subscribe, and I will look forward to seeing you for the November readings. Thank you. Bye.